Are you looking for the automotive equivalent of a toxic relationship? Then the N54-powered BMW 335i might just be what you are looking for. This car is the definition of a love-hate relationship, offering both exhilarating performance and a laundry list of potential headaches and take that from a previous owner of one. But if you're willing to take the plunge, the rewards from owning one of these cars can be absolutely worthwhile. The 335i, particularly the E90, E92 generation, has become somewhat of a legend in the car community for good and bad reasons. It's a car that can give you the visceral driving experience that BMW is known for, all while being wrapped in a sleek, understated package that flies kinda under the radar. But before you rush out to buy one, there are some things you need to know about what it's like to live with this modern classic. Let's start with the centerpiece of the E90, E92 335i, the N54 engine. This is a 3-liter twin-turbo inline-6 that prior to the B58 was dubbed the modern 2JZ, and for good reason. Straight out of the box, it offers 300 horsepower and 300 foot-pounds of torque. Those numbers are impressive on their own, especially for 2007 when this motor came out, but they're just the beginning. The N54 is famous for its tunability. With just a few bolt-on mods, you can easily push this engine to over 400 Bavarian ponies without even breaking a sweat. The potential doesn't stop there though. Some enthusiasts are making north of 600 on N54 stock bottom end motors with upgraded turbos, fueling, tuning, all that jazz that you'd expect. But what makes the N54 special is the way it delivers its power. The twin turbo setup means you've got a broad, flat torque curve that gives you instant throttle response and strong pull from low in the rev range. It's the kind of power delivery that makes the car feel considerably faster than it actually is, which is why so many people fall in love with this engine. The 335i came with two different transmission options, a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic. Both are solid choices, but they offer very different driving experiences. The 6-speed manual is the purist's choice. It's got a notchy mechanical feel to the shifter that makes every shift satisfying, and it's more than capable of handling a significant amount of power. If you're someone who really enjoys being fully engaged in the driving experience but are willing to lose a few tenths in the quarter because of it, the manual's the way to go. On the other hand, the 6-speed automatic, especially if you get the later models with the ZF6HP transmission, is no slouch either. It's quick to shift and it's buttery smooth, making it a great option for those who want a more relaxed driving experience or for those who might be dealing with heavy traffic on a daily basis. Plus, the automatic can have a transmission tune put on it to make it handle more power and make it a viable choice for those looking to build a high horsepower 335i. The automatic's going to be faster in the quarter, the manual is going to be more fun on a daily basis, and that's kind of your decision about you have to weigh that out. So what does it really take to unlock the true potential of the N54? Well, let's look at some of the most popular modifications that can transform your 335i from an executive sedan into a real performance contender. The first step is helping the engine breathe better, and we can do that with an intake. An intake from InGen or Burger Motorsports, or one of the million other ones that are available on our website, will increase the airflow to your motor and give you that sweet turbo spool sound. It's a simple, cheap mod that sets the stage for more significant upgrades down the line. Now next up, you're going to want to free up the exhaust flow, which is super important on turbo cars. The stock downpipes are tiny and restrictive, so swapping them out for high flow, emissions legal, downpipes from VRSF or Evolution Raceworks or one of the other ones, eBay ones don't really fit, not only increase horsepower, but give your car a more aggressive exhaust note as well. You're going to want to match that up with a full catback exhaust, your choice of brand, or just put a straight pipe on it. They sound pretty good. You've got a setup that sounds amazing and maximizes your power gains. Now third up, the charge pipe and the intercooler. You're actually kind of doing maintenance and performance with this because one of the weak points of the N54 is the stock charge pipe, which is prone to cracking under increased boost pressure and performing an impromptu turbo delete. Upgrading to an aftermarket charge pipe from Evolution Raceworks, for example, will ensure that your engine can reliably handle the extra boost. And while you're at it, upgrading your intercooler with something like a CSF unit will help keep your intake air temperatures down, allowing you to run more boost, more timing, and all the good stuff that you want more safely and consistently. Now, if you're serious about making big power, you're gonna run out of fuel eventually. The stock fuel pump, specifically the high pressure unit, can only handle so much before they become a bottleneck. You're gonna want to upgrade the low pressure pump to a Walbro 450 or a Hellcat unit, and then you're gonna want to obviously upgrade the high pressure unit with your choice of high pressure unit. You need to upgrade this pump to make over 500 horsepower or even to run E85, so you're gonna want to pair that up with a flex fuel sensor with a E85 conversion kit to be able to take advantage of that. All these modifications are great individually, but they're gonna make your car run like garbage without a proper tune. The N54 has a robust tuning community with a ton of different options out there. You'll need a base device like an MHD, JB4, or Cobb access port, but you're gonna want a custom tune from a BMW performance tuner to make sure your setup runs smoothly and makes peak power. There's probably a local shop in your area that tunes these things, or there's lots of e-tuners online. Pair all this up together, and you're going to make 80 to 100 horsepower over stock for just a couple grand. But here's where the 335i starts to show its true colors, and unfortunately, not all of them are good. These cars are deceptively cheap to buy on the second-hand market, with prices hovering around $6,500 here in California. They're luring in enthusiasts with their low cost and promising performance. However, the N54 engine is notorious for a long list of issues that can turn this bargain into a money pit. First up, high-pressure fuel pump failures. The high-pressure fuel pump is infamous for failing, often multiple times. BMW even went so far as to extend the warranty on these pumps because of how common and frequent the issue is. Symptoms include longer crank cycles when starting the car, reduced power, engine misfires, and deleting your entire engine when you run out of fuel. Replacing the HPFP can be costly, and if you're out of warranty, it's an expense you need to be prepared for. It's like $2,000 plus or minus. Second up, turbo wastegate rattle. Then there's the dreaded turbo wastegate rattle, a sound that strikes fear into the heart of any N54 owner. It's not just annoying. Left unchecked, your turbo will fail. Some owners choose to replace the turbos with upgraded units like the Pure Stage 2 or the Vargas units or anything kind of similar, which not only solves the wastegate issues, but also provides a significant power boost and more power under the curve. Third up, charge pipe and intercooler issues. As I mentioned earlier, the stock charge pipe is another weak point. It's very prone to cracking under increased boost pressure, which you are definitely going to do if you buy this car, which can lead to a sudden loss of power, or it can suck the charge pipe stuff into your turbo and delete your turbo. That's why it's so important to upgrade to an aftermarket metal charge pipe, and it's one of the first things you should do if you choose to increase the boost on your car. Additionally, the stock intercooler can struggle to keep up with higher boost levels. It's not really like a unique 335 issue, but you're going to want to fix it anyway. Fourth up, oil leaks. On our 335, we had all of these, so it was fun. One of the most common issues is the valve cover gaskets, the oil filter housing gaskets, and the oil pan gasket. You're going to want to just do all of these. They can be an engine out service depending on who does them. The gaskets themselves are very, very cheap, but the labor involved is insane, especially if it's engine out, so you're going to want to budget some money for this. Now, fifth is injector failures. Early N54s are prone to injector failures, which can cause misfires, poor fuel economy, or again, just delete your engine. Upgrading to Index 12 injectors is the best way to resolve the issue, but it's not a cheap fix. Index 12s, last time I checked, were like $3,000. Once you upgrade to Index 12s, they are good for the life of the car, so it's something you're going to want to amortize over the cost of like the duration of ownership. Addressing all these issues can set you back over $5,000, and if you do some of the work yourself. So while the initial purchase price might seem like a steal, maintenance and repairs can quickly add up if you're not careful. That's why you're going to want to buy the best example of a 335i, which I'm going to touch on in a little bit. So is the BMW 335i worth it? Well, it depends. If you're an enthusiast who's willing to put in the time, the effort, the money to address its quirks, the 335i is an absolute blast to drive. It offers incredible performance per dollar, and when everything is working as it should, it's a car that will absolutely put a smile on your face every single time you hit that gas pedal. It makes awesome turbo noises, it makes awesome exhaust noises, they're just super fun cars. They also offer a level of sophistication and luxury that's hard to find in other cars at this price point. The interior is well appointed, with comfortable leather-ish seats, high-quality materials, and a design that really still looks modern 15-20 years later. The exterior is sleek and understated, making it a great car for someone who wants something both fast and classy. But beware, owning one is a trap for the unprepared. If you're not ready to deal with its quirks, its costly repairs, that initial bargain price may end up costing more than you bargained for. However, if you're someone who enjoys working on cars and you've got a reliable daily while this thing is inevitably down, the 335i can be a rewarding project car that delivers a driving experience few others at this price point can match. The 335i is the equivalent of dating, oh man, editors, you guys are wild.
Do it! Just do it!
I'm not gonna say that. It's a fast, fun car. It has potential to be truly special, but it's also prone to causing a lot of headaches. If you're up for the challenge, the rewards are there. Massive power potential, a luxurious interior, and that undeniable BMW driving experience. But if you're not ready to commit to the maintenance and repairs, you should steer clear of this car. If you're considering buying a 335i, do your research like watching this video. Get a pre-purchase inspection, buy the cleanest one you can, and have some extra cash set aside for those inevitable repairs. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a car that we should talk about in another video, drop in the comments down below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you in the next one.